let's start EIGRP Case Study 1. Enterprise company wants to use MPLS Layer 3 VPN. I will show the topology at the right one as its primary path between their remote offices and the data center. Customer, this company, uses EIGRP and EIGRP AS100 specifically for the local area network inside the office. You will see. They want to use their DM VPN as a backup, and customer is running EIGRP AS200 over DM VPN. So, two type of links. One, MPLS L3 VPN. In general, with the MPLS L3 VPN, you can get some SLA for latency, jitter, packet loss, or availability, right? There are many type of SLAs, so you can get that. And also, it's private. It's not through the internet, but the VPN can be created over the internet or maybe over MPLS L3 VPN or L2 VPN as well, right? So why you want to maybe do that over the MPLS Layer 3 VPN, DM VPN network, because you might have lots of VRF and you started with the MPLS Layer 3 VPN service, then but now your business is growing. Either you will migrate from Layer 3 VPN to Layer 2 VPN and create your MPLS VPN cloud, okay, which is probably is better. Or you have different business units which needs to go to each other through some centralized firewall maybe, or another security devices. So in that case, still what you need to do, you need to create overlay network. MPLS L3 VPN from the service provider, you will get that service and it will be your underlay, and on top of that you will create the MVPN overlay, but by default the MVPN is not the that for that purpose we are using it. I mean for the many different business units. For that one, either you will do separate VRF per DM VPN, or more scalable one, of course, L3 VPN. So that specific topology, that specific architecture, let's say, is called 2547 over DM VPN. 2547 is the RFC number of MPLS Layer 3 VPN. So what you are doing basically, in my case, MPLS Layer 3 VPN over DM VPN, and that DM VPN is running over MPLS Layer 3 VPN of the service provider. So probably I should put one more case study for that one as well. There are companies are doing that, okay? And there are many considerations for routing, for multicast, for quality of service in that case, okay? But here, very basic, just we have two wide area paths. One, MPLS Layer 3 VPN will be primary, and the secondary DM VPN. Service provider doesn't support the EIGRP as PEC protocol, only they are giving static routing or BGP options. Customer selected to use BGP instead of static routing because host community attribute might be used to carry EIGRP extended metrics, maybe we can say, over the multi-protocol BGP session of the service provider. Okay, and the distribution is needed on the R2 between, I will show which one is R2, between EIGRP and the BGP. Of course, two-way redistribution. Since customer uses different EIGRP AS number for the local area network and the MVPN network, redistribution is needed on R1 as well. So this is the topology. R1, EIGRP 200 over the MVPN, okay, and router 2, eBGP with the service provider for the MPLS Layer 3 VPN service. And the top one is the remote office location, and down one is the remote office location, and the top is the data center. Data center has two connections from that one router only. It can be two routers as well. Just it will be much more complicated. That's why I chose to go this topology. So we want to use this MPLS VPN cloud as the primary path, but in real life probably if you are getting this type of service, you want to utilize both. Maybe for the bandwidth-hungry applications, you can use the DMVPN, and latency-sensitive application, probably you would use the MPLS L3 VPN because you will get strict SLA from the service provider. In this case, we have two routers in the office location. There is one switch, and those two routers and the switch is running EIGRP, as you see, EIGRP AS100. Okay, this is the topology. eBGP on the MPLS VPN. So we will see some MPLS VPN, BGP, PEC protocol consideration, and also DMVPN. So EIGRP is running there. We will talk. Question 1. Should customer use same EIGRP AS, same EIGRP autonomous system number on the DMVPN network and the LAN side? If they do, is there a problem, and what's the problem with that design? So, should they use same AS number, either on the DMVPN AS100 as well, or on the line side? LAN side is the EIGRP 200. What do you think? Question: should customer use same EIGRP AS or not? Answer is no. The reason is, let me share the reason. Remote office location, for example. On router 1, at the left router, you need to do the redistribution because two different AS numbers.